much. Thank you, Madam Chair. Appreciate it. I want to thank the panel for their testimony as well. Mr. Schrader, as stated in your testimony, the speed of your service is near instantaneous. And when you discuss how the service is used, not only for work-related tasks, but helping people navigate city streets, speed is clearly a requirement. Isn't that the case?
Yes, Congressman Bill.
Yes. It seems your partnership with AT&T is central to your service. Isn't that the case?
It is a very important element, yes.
Yeah. Can you describe how the user experience would be different if IRA did not have this partnership and had to compete equally with all other Internet traffic?
I can, because we rolled out the relationship with AT&T's Dynamic Traffic Management Network over the last 4 to 6 months. Prior to that time, we got many complaints from our users, and I am an IRA user myself, and I also experienced many dropped calls, many significant delays in video, many instances where we had an audio connection with the agent but no video, and they did their best using GPS and other sensor data that we were able to get upstream. But the lag in video created not only trouble for our business model, because we are a service that people subscribe to, but more important, created challenges for people who are blind, who in the midst of needing a sign read to them, needing to make a decision about which direction to go, needing to find that last, you talk about the last mile, we often talk about the last 20 feet trying to find the right door. And oftentimes that's when the video would unfortunately kick out. And so just when you needed the information most. So I know, and I know our users experienced what the network situation was like before we had access to a priority network, and it was not a good experience.
So you just described the latency consequences.
That's correct.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Next question: as a relatively new company, did you find it difficult to get a partner that would provide the prioritization services that your company needs to operate?
You know, sometimes I'm a little bit embarrassed. IRA gets a lot of attention. I think a lot of people find what we do to be quite remarkable and quite amazing. We actually had no trouble finding interest among carriers to work with IRA and to allow us to, or to encourage us to work with their cell networks. AT&T was the company that came through with the best partnership and really showed the most interest and giving us opportunity to work with their priority network, as well as I mentioned in my testimony, providing support for getting IRA into the hands of college students and in working with us on designing some of the technology that we're using, for example, to get access to prescription medication, which is one of the highest use cases that our IRA users often need to ensure that they're taking the right medicine.
That's great. I want to commend you for working with our veterans as customers, but also as employees. But I also want to give you an opportunity, because I do have some time, to describe how IRA works and how beneficial it is to your customers, if you please. And so if you can elaborate a little bit more on it, because it is fascinating and it improves a person's quality of life.
We thank you for that, Congressman Milarakis. And I appreciate your support as well. We have so many wonderful stories from our IRA users who use the service, of course, in critical ways, like navigating the Boston Marathon, which trying to move among runners, as you can imagine, is a very dicey proposition, especially in the weather conditions they had yesterday. And it speaks to the need for having a very strong network with low latency available to them. We've also had individuals who have spent a few hours working with an agent putting IKEA furniture together. And I don't know if I should mention a specific company, but I think we all know how challenging following some of those visual directions, if you can see, can be. Many of our users have found IRA to be extraordinarily helpful in navigating technology. There's a lot of great technology, such as what I'm using here with this Braille device, that makes information available to blind people, but it sometimes doesn't work. It sometimes breaks down, and when it breaks down, we're confronted with a blank screen blank to us because we can't see it, and being able to quickly grab an IRA agent via the smart glasses and application allows us to have access to what is on that screen, so we can hopefully save our work and be able to continue to be productive. Oftentimes in the past, I know the time is up, but oftentimes in the past, it would take several minutes or maybe hours to find somebody sighted to come and help figure out what was on that computer screen. Now we've got that instantaneous with IRA.
Well, thank you very much. I know it's very beneficial to our constituents. I appreciate it, and I yield back, Madam Chair.
Gentleman yields back. Mr.